好，那么接下来呢，我们来看第二个练习。同样，我们会给同学们3分钟时间，大家来阅读一下这篇文章。在阅读时候呢，同学们需要抓住其中的要点。好，那么我们接下来开始计时。那么同学们开始阅读这样的一篇文章。好，大家应该读的差不多了，我们一起来看一下这样一篇阅读，它到底在告诉我们什么样的信息。首先，在第一自然段，他说的什么？他说 ，In an effort to encourage ecologically sustainable forestry practices， 就为了去鼓励什么这种环保可持续的这种森林的这种政策呢 ？An international organization， 一个国际上组织呢 ，started issuing certification to wood companies that meet high ecological standards by conserving resources and recycling materials。一个国际组织开始去发布一些认证，给了一些木料公司发布认证，只要这些木料公司有非常高的这种环保标准，他们能够节约资源，并且能够回收利用材料。Companies that receive this certification can attract customers by advertising their products as eco-certified。也就是说，得到了这些认证的公司就可以做广告，说我们是经过环保认证的。Around the world， 在全世界 ，many wood companies have adopted new ecological friendly practices in order to receive eco-certification。在全世界很多公司都开始采取这种环保的方式，为了得到这种认证。However, it is unlikely that wood companies in the United States will do the same for several reasons。但是他说了 ，it is unlikely 叫做很可能不会出现这种情况，不会出现什么情况呢？美国的公司去做同样的事情。换句话说，其他公司做事情就是得到环保认证。他在这里面指出，美国的公司是不会去采取这种环保认证的。所以这是阅读中给我们的信息。虽然阅读前面讲了很多，作为铺垫来介绍这样的一个环保认证，但是呢，最后他指出美国公司不会去采取环保认证。所以我们总结出来就是 ，wood companies in the U.S. will not adopt eco certification。这是这篇文章给我们提出来的一个要点。所以一般要点是在第一自然段靠后的部分，我们去总结。Wood companies in the U.S. will not adopt eco certification。为什么呢？好，他给出3个理由。第一个理由我们来看一下。First, American consumers are exposed to so much advertising that they would not value or even pay attention to the eco certification label。美国的消费者每天接触太多广告，所以他根本不会注意到这样的一个环保标识，他们也不会关注这件事情。Because so many mediocre because so many mediocre products are labeled new or improved。因为这么多的这种很普通的这些产品呢，都被打上了这种新的或者改进的标签。American consumers do not place much trust in advertising claim in general。所以美国的消费者是不再相信这个广告的。所以这一段主要讲内容什么？主要讲内容就是他们不会关注这些环保标签，因为他们不会相信广告。我们把它整理出来，就是 American consumers do not trust advertisements, thus they will not value the eco-friendly label。好，接下来他说 Second, eco-certified wood will be more expensive than uncertified woods because in order to earn eco-certification, a wood company must pay to have its business examined by a certification agency. This additional cost gets passed on to consumers. American consumers tend to be strongly motivated by price, and therefore they are likely to choose cheaper uncertified wood products。 也就是说，如果你要经过环保认证的话，你要付费，对不对？而这个成本就会平摊到美国消费者身上，而美国消费者对于价格非常敏感，所以他们宁愿去选择那些没有被认证但是更便宜的 木料。Accordingly, American wood companies will prefer to keep their prices low rather than obtain eco-certification. 所以为了避免这个价格的上涨，他们宁愿去保持低价去出售原有的这种木料。所以这一段主要讲的就是被认证的物料很贵，会影响到消费者购买。我们整理一下，就是Since eco-certified wood will be more expensive, American consumers will choose cheaper uncertified wood products. 因为经过认证的木头呢会更加的昂贵，所以美国的消费者会选择那些更加便宜的没有经过认证的木头。最后一点 Third, although some people claim that it always makes good business sense for American companies to keep up with the developments in the rest of the world. 尽管美国公司会紧随着世界潮流的脚步 ，this argument is not convincing. 但这种论证呢是不具有说服力的。为什么呢 ？Pursuing certification would make sense for American wood companies only if they marketed most of their products abroad. 只有当他们把产品卖出去的时候，他们才会与国际接轨。But that is not the case. 但是实际情况并不是这样。American wood business sell most of their products in the United States. 他们在美国本土内去出售自己的这种产品 ，catering to a very large consumer base that is satisfied with the merchandise. 也就是说，他们的产品只是在本国出售。换句话说，这一段告诉我们信息，就是因为他们的木头只是在本国出售，所以没有必要与国际上接轨，也没有必要与国际竞争。所以，这就是在这一段中我们要去抓住的要点。我们对这个要点进行整合的话，我们就可以说 ，Most wood products are sold in the United States instead of abroad, so it is unnecessary for American wood business pursue certification. 好，那么这是阅读中我们读到的点。接下来了，我们来听听力。我们说听力一定会对阅读的点进行反驳。那么接下来，同学们就可以根据我们刚才阅读中总结出来这些点，去预测听力中可能会怎么反驳。好，那么接下来我们会给同学们放这篇文章的听力。那为了帮助同学们更好的去理解呢，我们也是把听力放2遍。当然，同学们要注意，在考中听力只有1遍，只不过在这边呢，我们让同学们更好去总结要点，我们把听力放2遍，降低难度。好，那么接下来呢，我们就来听一下这篇文章的听力。我们来找一下听力中的教授是如何反驳阅读中提出的这些观点。
Now listen to part of a lecture on the topic you just read about. Well, despite what many people say, there's good reason to think that many American wood companies will eventually seek eco-certification for their wood products. First off, consumers in the United States don't treat all advertising the same. They distinguish between advertising claims that companies make about their own products and claims made by independent certification agencies. Americans have a lot of confidence in independent consumer agencies. Thus, ecologically minded Americans are likely to react very favorably to wood products ecologically certified by an independent organization with an international reputation for trustworthiness. Second point, of course it's true that American consumers care a lot about price. Who doesn't? But studies of how consumers make decisions show that price alone determines consumers' decisions only when the price of one competing product is much higher or lower than another. When the price difference between two products is small, say less than 5%, as is the case with certified wood, Americans often do choose on factors other than price. And Americans are becoming increasingly convinced of the value of preserving and protecting the environment. And third, U.S. wood companies should definitely pay attention to what's going on in the wood business internationally, not because of foreign consumers, but because of foreign competition. As I just told you, there's a good chance that many American consumers will be interested in eco-certified products. And guess what? If American companies are slow capturing those customers, you can be sure that foreign companies will soon start crowding into the American market, offering eco-certified wood that domestic companies don't. Summarize the points made in the lecture. being sure to explain how they cast doubt on specific points made in the reading passage.
好，为了帮助同学们更好去理解，我们再听一遍这个听力。
Now listen to part of a lecture on the topic you just read about. Well, despite what many people say, there's good reason to think that many American wood companies will eventually seek eco-certification for their wood products. First off, consumers in the United States don't treat all advertising the same. They distinguish between advertising claims that companies make about their own products and claims made by independent certification agencies. Americans have a lot of confidence in independent consumer agencies. Thus, ecologically minded Americans are likely to react very favorably to wood products ecologically certified by an independent organization with an international reputation for trustworthiness. Second point, of course it's true that American consumers care a lot about price. Who doesn't? But studies of how consumers make decisions show that price alone determines consumers' decisions only when the price of one competing product is much higher or lower than another. When the price difference between two products is small, say less than 5%, as is the case with certified wood, Americans often do choose on factors other than price. And Americans are becoming increasingly convinced of the value of preserving and protecting the environment. And third, U.S. wood companies should definitely pay attention to what's going on in the wood business internationally, not because of foreign consumers, but because of foreign competition. As I just told you, there's a good chance that many American consumers will be interested in eco-certified products. And guess what? If American companies are slow capturing those customers, you can be sure that foreign companies will soon start crowding into the American market, offering eco-certified wood that domestic companies don't. Summarize the points made in the lecture, being sure to explain how they cast doubt on specific points made in the reading passage.
好，那么大家已经听完了这个听力，我们一起来看听力中给出哪些细节点。首先，在一开始他说了 ，Well, despite what many people say, there is a good reason to think that many American wood companies will eventually seek eco-certification for the wood products. 就他指出，很多美国公司最终还会去进行这种环保的认证。为什么呢？针对于阅读的第一个点，说的是美国人不相信广告，他怎么说呢？好，第一点，他说的是 First of, customers in the United States don't treat all advertising the same. 就是说，他们对待广告态度并不是都一样的。They distinguish between advertising claims that companies make about their own products and claims made by independent certification agencies. Americans have a lot of confidence in independent agencies. Thus, ecological-minded Americans are likely to react very favorably to wood products ecologically certified by independent organization with an international reputation for trustworthiness. 也就是说，美国人对待广告态度并不是都是一样的，他们更愿意去相信那些独立、公正的第三方，而且这些机构呢，往往享有国际声誉，他们更愿意相信他们的广告，所以这个时候呢，他们会选择购买。第二点 ，second point, of course, it is true that American consumers care a lot about price. Who doesn't? 美国的消费者当然会关注价格呢，我们都会关注价格。But studies of how consumers make decisions show that price alone determines consumers' decisions only when the price of one competing product is much higher or lower than the other. 也就是说，一个产品它的价格和另外一种产品价格呢，只有相差过多的时候才会有影响。When the difference between two products is small, say less than 5%, as is the case with certified wood, Americans often do choose on factors other than price, and Americans are becoming increasingly convinced of the value of preserving and protecting the environment. 也就是说，当价格相差很大的时候，美国人才会关注；当相差很小的时候，美国人会考虑其他的一些因素。而且，越来越多的美国人开始意识到环保的重要性，所以这也是为什么美国人会选择环保材料的原因。最后一点 ，and third, U.S. wood companies should definitely pay attention to what's going on in the wood business internationally. 它需要关注全球的状况 ，not because of foreign consumers, but because of foreign competition. 不是由于国外的顾客，而是由于外国的这种竞争，叫做 foreign competition. As I just told you, there is a good chance that many American consumers will be interested in eco-certified products. And guess why? If American companies are slow capturing those consumers, you can be sure that foreign companies will soon start crowding into the American markets. 如果美国当地的市场不能抓住美国当地的消费者的话，那么国外的市场就会进入 offering eco-certified goods that domestic companies don't， 也就是提供本国市场所无法提供的这些环保材料，所以美国就会失去这群消费者。所以这就是我们在听力中所要抓住的要点。我们把听力中的这些要点和阅中要点结合起来，我们可以看一位同学所写的文章。The lecture and the reading passage give contradictory opinions on the topic of eco-certification, a form of accreditation conferred by an international agency in regulation of a company's eco-friendly practices. The passage explained that it is not necessary for American wood companies to pursue eco-certification, while the lecture provides several counter-arguments to this view. First, it is necessary for U.S. wood companies to pursue the eco-certifications. This is because American consumers do not hold the same attitude towards all advertising. They don't value advertisements claimed by producers themselves, while they have confidence in commercials made by independent agencies with international reputations for trustworthiness. Therefore, the ecologically minded Americans may be in favor of the eco-certification made by independent agencies. This contradicts the point in the reading that American consumers do not value advertisements at all because of too much advertising. Second, the price may not be the only factor interfering consumers' choice. The price would decide people's choice only when the price of one competing product is much higher or lower than the other. But the price of eco-certified goods only increased less than 5%. Furthermore, Americans are becoming more aware of the significance of environmental protection. Thus, getting the eco-certifications is still a must for U.S. wood companies. This is how the lecture casts doubts on the point in the reading that American consumers would not choose eco-certified goods because of higher price. 最后 finally, foreign competitions makes sense for American wood company to obtain the eco-certification. Although home market is the main target for most American wood companies, the passage indicates eco-certifications are also necessary since foreign competitors may begin crowding in American markets if their local counterparts do not have eco-certified products that could attract the American consumers. According to the reading, however, this strategy is unnecessary because American consumers are likely to be content with domestically manufactured products, even if they are not eco-certified. 所以，通过这几篇综合写作练习，我们可以看到，综合写作本身不难，也就是说，对于同学们写 出来这篇文章其实并不难，你也可以套用我们之前讲的模板，也可以像同学们这样把模板进行适当的变形，但关键就是你能不能把阅读中要点和听力中的细点完整的记录下来，所以这就需要同学们课下多去练习。因此对于综合写来说，同学们要做到的就是一定要做到要点齐全，当然了，语法错误也是需要避免的。我们在文章中要尽量的去避免一些语言表达上的错误，让你的文章可以更加清晰的展现给读者。好，那么以上呢就是我们对于综合写作的学习。